Good evening. Welcome, everybody. It is March 4th. We're having our monthly PTA meeting. And as always, we will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. PTA's mission is to make every child's potential a reality by engaging and empowering families and communities to advocate for all children. I'm just having an issue with my screen here. We'll go through the agenda. We'll do the approval of last month's minutes. We'll do some administration updates, reports of our officers and committees, talk about some other business, open it up for any discussion, look at some town and school and PTA events, and then we will close for the evening. February meeting minutes, they're out on our website. If someone could move to have these approved.
Motion approved.
And a second.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
And any opposed? Thank you, Mrs. Green. Where's my slides? Back to the slides. Administration update. The biggest administration update we have right now is this wonderful news. At the February 19th Board of Education meeting, Mr. Brian Barrow was unanimously approved as our new superintendent of the East Rutherford School District. Mr. Barrow's tenure in that role will begin on July 1st, 2026. So congratulations, Mr. Barrow, on being announced as superintendent. We are, as I've mentioned to you several times, we are so happy to have you in this role, and we're looking forward to all the wonderful things that will happen under your tenure. It is a 3-year contract, but we're hoping that will then get extended for years and years to come. So thank you, Mr. Barrow, for taking on this role. And that said, we will open it up to our district superintendent as current interim superintendent or administrators for any sharing they would like to do.
I'll begin. This is Frank Scarafield. And again, I'd like to back up that congratulations to Mr. Barrow. He'll be fine. We have him already in boot camp, ready to go. But he'll do a fine job for you guys. I'm confident. I just wanted to report to the PTA and the public that with all of the snow, we've used all of our snow days. So right now, that extends our calendar to June 18th, which is a Thursday. Graduation for 8th grade is still scheduled to be the 16th. So then the students will graduate on the 16th. They'll have to come back the 17th and 18th, and we'll make those arrangements. We'll be able to entertain the troops for a couple of days. But right now, hopefully, with the break in weather, we've seen the last of snow days, so we can just move forward. The other thing I just wanted to report also, I did report it at the last Board of Ed meeting, and I wanted to report it here to the PTA and the public. We will be going through a re-registration process. I promise it will be painless. I have my last meeting tomorrow with the secretaries to make it very simple. It's going to be, you'll just have to email information to the select one. If you have students like in various schools, you'll go to the youngest grade level, and I'll send out very detailed instructions. You'll go to the youngest grade level. They will get the information entered in and pass it along. So you only have to go to one spot. If we can't, we'll also probably do a Wednesday night at some point, like a 6 to 8 at one of the schools that parents could just come in and, drop stuff off if they can't. They're having problems uploading, and maybe we'll do a Saturday morning also. We want to make it convenient. We want to start it and end it by like early May. And looking in the coming weeks, but you will get detailed announcement. But I appreciate all the support you're giving me, and again, wish all the best of luck to Mr. Barrow. You guys will move forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Scarafield. Do we have dates yet for those registration days, or we're still working on the actual dates?
I'm just working on the last pieces of it, just so, because again, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page,
Sure.
secretaries, but imminent. So we hope in the next week or so.
Awesome.
Thank you. And just for the record, I have a plate. I have to be somewhere by 7:30, so I may be cutting out, and I apologize.
No problem. Thank you. And with the snow days, I believe that was the scheduled number of snow days. So the year is still ending the same date we expected. There'll just be no reduction. And obviously, if we use another snow day, God forbid.
Correct. And we
Yep.
do, and I'm committed to the public and the parents that in the event that we do use that day, I will just add it onto the calendar since that's a Friday, rather than take it out of the spring break,
That'd be
because
good.
that would be a Friday. I think that just wouldn't work. I think
Right.
we'll add it on. It'll be no complications.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank
Scarfield.
you.
Any other questions for Mr. Scarfield, especially since he has to leave early? Or not early, but leave shortly? All right, thank you. Mr. Barrow, Mr. Velarde, or Mrs. Borelli?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Lyon, for your kind words, and I appreciate everyone's support. Just want to note that many of us all agree. Appreciate all the support for Mr. Scarafield, for all his support and continued support moving forward for his onboarding. So thank you, Mr. Scarafield. We've had a good busy week with Read Across America Spirit Week. We're going to keep that going for the rest of the week. We're also having scheduled guest readers from our community and parents throughout the month of March. We also were really excited. We had Becton National Honor Society come and read to our students yesterday. So much appreciated from Ms. Colangelo and the National Honor Society students. And we're also looking forward to welcoming Faust National Honor Society students coming later this month. We were really ecstatic. Our pre-K program under the direction of Dr. Lee and Mrs. Credico and all of our pre-K staff welcomed many parents today for our pre-K fashion show. It was a big success. And thank you all for attending. We have kicked off our pre-K registration, so please get the word out. Free pre-K full day. We've had great success with the program this year. We're trying to expand our program. More information to come on that. Key components: have to complete 100% residency, and you must be an East Rutherford resident. Only accepting East Rutherford residents. We're starting our kindergarten registration. As Mr. Scarafield noted, re-registration for the whole district. All pre-K4 students will therefore have to re-register for kindergarten. We will send out additional information from grade levels and from school on that as well. We kicked off our St. Patrick's Day Coin Challenge. Last day is March 13th, and that's a PTA fundraiser, and we've had great success previous years, and we're looking forward to that this year as well. The homeroom that collects the most money will have a prize from the PTA. We're looking forward to our kindergarten concert on April 1st. There will be an additional communication going out. That concludes my report for Mackenzie School. Anyone have any questions for Mackenzie School?
Great. The kindergarten concert, that's during the day, I assume?
That is during the day. There will be a follow-up communication going out. I believe it's at approximately 9:30.
Okay, only because our next meeting is also on April 1st, and I didn't want to distract from the concert.
Understood.
Yep. Again, congratulations on your new appointment. We're looking forward to it. Any questions for Mr. Barrow? I don't have any. Thank you so much, Mr. Barrow.
Thank you, Mr. Lyon. I'm also going to speak on behalf of Mrs. Borelli. She's unfortunately cannot be here, so I'm going to speak on her behalf.
Thank you.
So she noted catching up after all the academics after 2 snow days. Any parents that would like to conference with a teacher are encouraged to reach out to those teachers, as we're always available to help support our students in academic journey. Tomorrow, Faust will be having a pizza party to celebrate the students who made the honor roll. Interns will be sent out and available via Genesis Parent Portal on March 11th. Our music, theater, and dance classes will be performing for our Lincoln neighbors coming up. And then also, as noted, our New Jersey Honor Society students will be visiting Mackenzie School later this month to read to students for Read Across America Month. The 25-26 school year yearbooks will be on sale starting April 1st for $25. Excuse me, until April 1st for $25. The hardcover book is 60 pages, full color for grades 6 through 8. You'll smile as you flip through the pages to see your individual picture, your homeroom picture, your club picture, and so much more. Please reach out to Miss Mashir if you want to order one. Again, that's until April 1st, and it's $25 for grades 6 through 8. Lastly, thank you to the PTA for treating our staff to the delicious lunch tomorrow before the professional development in the afternoon. We appreciate all that you do for us. And just a reminder, we have a one-session day for all district schools. And that concludes Faust's reports.
Thank you. That was Mrs. Borelli's report. So any questions about the report from Mrs. Borelli? All right. Thank you, Mr. Barrow. Appreciate it. Hand it over to Mr. Velarde.
Hello and good evening, everyone. I had to do a little research before I popped on tonight because I wanted to make sure it was correct. But we are down to our final 69 days of school this year. It's crazy, but it goes really, really fast. So our third marking period is well underway. Really trying to take off the training reels and let our students fly, get them used to the stuff that's going to be coming around the corner. Obviously, everyone gets a little amped up when it comes to testing time. We're still learning about the new NJSLAA assessments, but we are trying to start acclimating students to the tools and resources. That's grades 3 through 8 this year. So we are just doing our best to make sure they are calm, cool, and collected and comfortable, ready to go come testing season. As always, we encourage everyone to participate and simply do your best, and we know that that is good enough for us. Our 5th grade students are starting with their lead program this coming Monday. So we want to thank the ERPD, who is always a fantastic partner in all this. We have a number of officers who will be coming on Monday and Thursdays to make sure that all of our 5th grade students are learning the importance of a safe and drug-free community. And echoing what Mr. Barrow and Mrs. Borelli said, even though parent-teacher conferences were unfortunately a no-go this spring, anytime you have a question, please don't feel the need to wait for interim reports or report cards. You can always reach out. We'll set up a meeting, whether it's individually or with teaching teams. We know that interims go live 1 week from today, but no need to wait for that. If you need to connect with teachers, please just let us know, and we're glad to accommodate. Monday was World SEL Day, so we had a number of elements embedded into our program, some positive affirmations. We also held our monthly meeting, which had a focus on resilience. Coming from that, we have our principals panel that will meet on Monday. I had to postpone. It was supposed to be tomorrow on the half day, but we will meet Monday with a group of homeroom representatives to talk about some of the pressing issues at Lincoln School. It is Read Across America Week, and tomorrow will be our second Drop Everything and Read Hour. We hosted one on Monday, another one tomorrow on the half day. So please make sure you send your child in with their free read, and if not, we will remind them to visit the classroom libraries. Our Spirit Week continues. Tomorrow is Thing Thursday, your favorite character or theme, and Farmer Friday is going to be our Friday theme to help us launch our One School, One Book initiative. This year, it is Charlotte's Web. Just a reminder on that. Every student will take home their own copy to keep of Charlotte's Web. We're going to send those home Friday along with a reading log. And also step-by-step program. It's going to take place over the next 3 weeks of school, starting the 9th. So it'll be 15 straight school days, Monday through Friday. We encourage you to do family read-alongs, invite younger siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, whoever's around to follow the journey of Charlotte's Web. But it's a really great opportunity. We've been telling students, if unable to do it with family, whether it's one night, many nights, doesn't matter, to try to read independently for those 15 or so minutes each night to make sure they keep up with the story as well. I sent out a communication a little earlier this evening, so any questions, please reach out. We are also doing a modified Pi Day challenge this year. Rather than just memorizing numbers, Mrs. Cook set up an IXL leaderboard challenge. So, fourth and fifth grade parents, you may have heard your children talking about all of these grade level questions. It is a challenge to see in the course of 9 school days who can answer the most grade level questions. We launched this on Monday at around 9 a.m. And as of right now, the fourth grade leader has answered 1,475 questions, and the first place fifth grader is at 2,000 questions on the nose. So our kids are loving this competition. Encourage them to use their spare time to do that. And hey, honing those math skills is never a bad thing. Future happenings, we know we have Kids Night Out that I'm sure the PTA will speak of shortly. That's Friday, March 20th. Our fourth grade field trip to Ellis Island rapidly approaching on April 9th. The anticipated start of NJSLAA testing is going to be Tuesday, May 5th, but that is always subject to change. And last but not least, our annual spring showcase is planned for Thursday, May 28th. Thank you again for the continued support. Reminder again, tomorrow's the half day early dismissal for staff training. So thank you again, PTA as well, for keeping our teachers fed and all. Any questions, please let me know now. And as always, you reach out with anything that we can be of help with.
Thank you so much, Mr. Velarde. Any questions for Mr. Velarde? Get rid of that. Okay. And I love that you guys are doing those math quizzes. That sounds great. 2,000 questions is a lot to answer, though. Wow. Okay. We will continue on. We'll have our treasurer's report. I don't know if Paola was able to make it tonight. I don't think she was. But we did deposit the monies from last month that we mentioned that we had on hand. So we are now at $25,115 in the PTA general account. Just looking at what was some Tricky Tray and Kids Night Out expenses went out, and then we had a little leftover from Gertrude Hawk from the fall drive or winter drive we did, Christmas holiday drive. And then in eighth grade committee, we have $4,109. And Paula assures me that we are all balanced on those. Correspondence, Mrs. Green.
Good evening, everyone. No correspondence for this month.
Yep. And then our committees, cultural events. I know Alyssa couldn't make it. I'm not sure if Tara's here to speak on Kids Night Out. But Kids Night Out Lincoln will be on March 20th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the East Rutherford Community Center on Vreeland Avenue. Theme of Dress for the Decades, optional. You don't have to dress if you don't want, but dress appropriately. Mr. Velarde, I will be stopping by tomorrow with flyers to hand out to the students. So we have those in hand. It's just a matter of getting them to you. And then for Mackenzie, we're actually going to do 2. We'll have our pre-K and kindergarten on Saturday, March 21st from 11 to 12:30. And our first through third graders will have theirs on, again, March 21st, same day, but later in the afternoon, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. All of this will happen at the Vreeland Ave Community Center. And Mr. Barrow, I'll be dropping off flyers for you as well for both the pre-K kindergarten and the first to third grade. So they're separate flyers for the separate grades. Free event. We do ask, though, that a parent or responsible adult attend with the child so that no child is left behind. Social media. Not sure if Holly could make it tonight, but our social media continues. We have our Givebacks website. Follow us on Facebook. We also try to post on the Neighbors Helping Neighbors and East Rutherford Neighbors Friends and Residents or something like that. So we have both three places on Facebook that we try to post. We always post on our we usually post on our Instagram channel, and all of our meetings can be found on YouTube. Fundraising, Linda.
Hello, all. So a couple updates. The big box cards, those are in. We're sorting through them, and we'll make arrangements to have those for pickup and or delivery. There weren't a lot of orders, unfortunately. I think our timing for that this year just wasn't the best. I think we're due better if we do it in the fall before the holidays. But that's to discuss for next year. But we're making arrangements for those to be distributed. Gertrude Hawk, with the eighth grade committee benefiting from that, did very well. Wound up with just over $6,300 in sales. So that's been, those sales have been closed out. We're now just waiting for delivery information, which should be the week of the 23rd. And we're hoping to do like we did last time, which use the Faust AP room to distribute. St. Patrick's Day Coin Challenge, Mr. Barrow already mentioned, that's in full swing. And of course, the First Place Spiritware has its spring sale coming up. So look out for that if you're looking for some new shirts and other spiritware.
Yep.
Any
Yeah,
questions for fundraising?
I think the spring sale they said starts next week or something, and it'll go into April. So I'm not sure exactly on the dates on that, but we'll get those for you. That'll be coming soon. And also on First Place Spiritware, we're still using obviously First Place, the online. Our representative for that company did change this week or this month. It's now a woman named Mallory. The woman who was helping Amanda has moved, I think, to the central U.S. Location region. So Northeast is now being handled by Mallory. So I'm working with a new person there, but they still support us very well. I actually, Charisse Brown is here for the Tricky Tray. We have a box of the stuff that we ordered last winter or holiday in the closet for you for a Tricky Tray as well. So, and I think we have another $50 gift card that we can use in the spring sale to even get something else. So, yeah, so they've persistent, a very very good company that helps us out a lot and gives us a good refund as well on the amount that we buy. Membership.
228.
Woo! Standing pat. Yep. School representatives, Natasha or Rose?
Just preparing for the kids' night out with the cultural events committee, and just trying to get everything in order by the date. It's quickly coming up. It's unbelievable. It's already March.
Yeah.
But that's all.
Yeah, and I know Tara was going to come by the school to Faust School tomorrow because in the PTA closet are a lot of the supplies from last year. So
Yes.
yep. Natasha, anything for Mackenzie?
No, just the same, and then just
Sorry, Natasha, we're having trouble hearing you. I don't know if it's just us in the room or everybody, but we can't hear you.
No, it's everyone.
Okay, I'll have her type it in the chat.
That's it.
Sorry, we couldn't really hear you, Natasha. So if you could send your report in the chat.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better, but still garbled.
Do you hear me now? Or
Natasha, it's not a good connection. We can't understand you. We can hear you, but we can't understand what you're saying.
All right, we'll see if we can get that cleaned up, or if you send it in the chat, I can read it as well. Wi-Fi keeps disconnecting, she said. So, eighth grade committee, Mrs. Green or Christine.
Hello, everyone. Happy March. We wanted to say thank you for supporting all our February fundraisers. Charlie Buzz's Dine and Donate, Valentine's Grams, Gertrude Hawk, and Double Good Popcorn. Those funds that we raised will definitely come in handy with year-end coming up very fast. 69 days, I think, right, Mr. Velarde? So, um, fast approaching. For March, we have our eighth grade versus ERFD basketball game on the 18th over at Lincoln. Thank you, Mr. Velarde, for letting us use Lincoln. Pampered Chef until the 23rd. We get 20% profit off that. So please support that fundraiser. And our comedy show on the 28th at the Civic Center. And then looking into April, we do have a eighth grade ER versus eighth grade Carlstadt cornhole tournament on April 2nd over at Becton. So we will be posting more details on that as the date gets closer. And that's it for March.
Thank you, Mrs. Green.
Thank you.
And one of the things, because I messaged you about this, is that with the yearbooks that was in Mrs. Borelli's update, we do provide the eighth graders free yearbooks through PTA through eighth grade committee. So thank you for that as well. So we will have that funding to Mrs. Mashir as well. Nominating committee, again, Emily Landolfi, Ms. Christine Green, and Rose Ampuro. Contact them if you're interested in serving on PTA in an officer position. We do have a flyer that we're going to send out as well. And they have their email address there, erptanominate2026@gmail.com. erptanominate2026@gmail.com. If you're interested, we do need officers for all of our open positions: president, vice president, recording secretary, corresponding secretary, and treasurer. Vice president corresponding will be a 1-year term for this year. All others are a 2-year term. So thank you to the three of you for volunteering to head up this nominating process. We do need nominations in place by like April timeframe so we can vote at our May meeting on those nominations. And if anybody doesn't get their name in for a position and wants it, they can always run from the floor. And there's a procedure for that in our bylaws, which can be found on the ERBOE PTA website. Tricky Tray.
Yay.
Yay.
It's going very well. We have a lot of donations coming in,
Yep.
some cash coming in, so we'll buy some more stuff. But other than that, it's pretty good.
And one of the new things we did this year, we had found the Donate Match website, I guess.
Yeah. So
And that seems to be getting quite a few donations as well. So
like Great Adventures, Dorney Park, they don't open up their donations till like the end of March on there. So
Okay.
hopefully that'll help.
yeah, so it's a website that helps solicit those donations, and I guess companies can just submit their donations through it. So
Yes.
it's helping out a lot, and it costs us $120, but I think we've made that.
Well, they
back
say that
already.
if we don't get donations that match $129, you get your money back.
Okay,
So,
oh, cool.
So we should be good.
So good.
Oh, and we will be assigning themes for each grade level. Hopefully, Jillian's working on that. So this way here we can make more baskets. Last year we did a wish list and it didn't really work out very well. So we're going to go back to having a theme for each grade.
Perfect. And when do we think that'll be out? Like later this month or? Okay.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
that we could do it for 2 weeks in March. So
Cool.
Hopefully we can get it up and running within the next week or two.
Great.
Sharice, do you take donations like from individuals? Like I want to say my sister-in-law she makes quilts and she offered to donate a quilt if we wanted it. And so I just wanted to check with you, is that something that we would want to put in, or is that?
Sure. I mean, I've had people dropping stuff off at my house every day. So I have absolutely I'll take whatever.
Okay, just make it.
As long as it's new stuff, nothing used, obviously,
Yeah, no, she hand makes quilts,
Oh,
and
yeah,
she's looking, and she offered to make one, and I said maybe like with the wildcat colors or something like along those lines. And she showed me a couple of different ideas if you want to look at them before she goes ahead and does something. But she did offer, so yeah. Just wanted to make sure that was something that would work.
Just make sure you get like her card or information so we could put it all together with the basket.
Yeah, will do.
Thank you.
Perfect. As Mr. Barrow mentioned in his update for Mackenzie School, it is, and Mr. Velarde also mentioned, it is Read Across America week or month. for March. Dr. Seuss's birthday, I think, was yesterday. And Mackenzie School is welcoming any parents who wish to come to read during to the classrooms during March. Contact your child's teacher, and they'll arrange a time for you to come and read to the classroom. And I think also PTA members and or I think Board of Ed members sometimes do this as well. So an awesome opportunity to come read to your kids' class. Some national PTA business. National PTA hosted their legislative conference March 2nd to 4th in Alexandria, Virginia. The annual event brings together PTA leaders and advocates from across the country for powerful days of connection, learning, and impact. I know they also meet with legislators during this time frame to discuss national level legal issues that might impact our schools and our educational system. So there's more information on the PTA.org website under the National PTA Legislative Conference if you're interested in learning more about the event. And I know I saw a couple live streams this week on the National PTA Facebook and probably on the YouTube as well for some of the conferences and meetings that they had and presentations. So if that's something that interests you, it's out there. And then also in June 18th to 20th in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is the annual National PTA Convention. This year's theme is Together Again. PTA lights the way for every child. We're celebrating PTA's mission to illuminate educational pathways for all children. And during the convention, you'll sharpen your skills in engaging workshops, build lasting connections by networking, and become inspired by noteworthy speakers. Again, that's on the website, pta.org. I believe if you register by March 30th, there is a discounted rate. And of course, our local PTA will pay for any member who wishes to attend. Any member can attend. You don't have to be an officer. If you'd like to attend, we will handle that for you. And it's important because this is where we get into that national level of conversation about how the PTA interacts with our schools and advocates for our children. Kitty smoke alarms. I'm going to come on camera for a second so you can all see my beautiful face. And I'm going to show you, we literally received these on Friday without warning. We were going to distribute them on Friday at the camping event, but since they only arrived on Friday, we weren't ready for that. But we do have Kitty smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. So we have, I think, 80 of each to distribute to our community families. We're going to start the distribution at the Kids Night Out on the 20th and 21st. We'll set up a table with these on them so that families can come and take one per household, one of each per household if that's what they need. But keep your family safe with smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors. This was the grant that we received through National PTA from the Kitty Alarm Company. Provided these, and we have boxes of them in the closet right now. So we have to get rid of them. So we'll hopefully start that distribution then. I think they want some social media presence as well to advertise for the Kitty company that they're doing this great thing with the PTA. And then field day. Natasha, part of her update for the Mackenzie School is that field day has been announced for Mackenzie School March 19th. Mr. Velarde or Mr. Barrow, if you know for Mrs. Borelli, I'm not sure if we have dates yet for Lincoln or Faust. May 19th. Did I say March 19th? May 19th. Sorry, field day for Mackenzie School is May 19th, not March. Yeah, it would be very difficult if it was March. Anyway, so we do a PTA Field Day T-shirt contest. We'll begin that in the next couple weeks. I actually just heard from Mrs. Brown, the Mackenzie physical ed gym teacher, about asking me about this. So we'll start the contest this month. Entries to be submitted by mid-April. I'm hoping before we leave for spring break, which will be April 10th. And I should say each school will have one design selected to be the T-shirt for their school. So the PTA will select their favorite design. I think last year we couldn't decide on Mackenzie and pick two, and then we'll print those up for each student. Each student and teacher and administrator will get a T-shirt with the design for their school. So we'll have a Mackenzie, a Lincoln, and a Faust school design. And actually, we reused last year's Faust design on the folders that we gave out in the fall as well. So if you look at your Wildcat folder, that Wildcat design was the design that won for Faust School last year. And those T-shirts will be distributed in advance of field day so that all the students can wear their shirts for field day. Mr. Barrow and Mr. Velarde, this was something I wanted to mention, and Mrs. Barali, if she were on. We have the end of year assemblies. Last year, we hosted the Holly Rock Game Show, as we do every year. We usually do that the Friday before Memorial Day weekend, so that would be May 22nd. So assuming that PTA wants to sponsor that again and the schools want that assembly once again, we can start making arrangements with the organization that provides that show for that May 22nd date, assuming that works. Also, last year we had brought in a new assembly for our 4th through 6th grade, I think, or 4th through 7th grade. 8th grade had another event that day for the Grit Ninja. That was where they set up the obstacle course in the plaza between the Faust and Lincoln schools and had an assembly on having grit and physical activity, and then played on the obstacle courses and learned how to do that, including a warped wall. So if we're interested in doing Grit Ninja again, we can also contact that company and start negotiating the dates and fees for that. And if there are any other ideas that people have as far as year-end assemblies or other activities that we could do for the schools, for the students, we'd be happy to entertain them. So bring them up. Don't be shy. I don't want to say we have plenty of money, but we have quite a good amount of funding. So, and we're supposed to use the funding that we receive during the year to provide programs during the year. So it's like the first half of the year we spend a lot of time getting money. Now we got to spend a lot of time spending money. So please bring your ideas for other assemblies or activities that we can do, especially as they would support our students over the next coming months. And the sooner we get them, the sooner we can make the arrangements and schedule them and pay for them. Questions on end of year? Any other open discussion, business, things we need to worry about?
Kevin,
Yeah.
just out of curiosity, like with money to spend, I know Mr. Velarde had mentioned that the 4th grade is going to Ellis Island. Are there other classes that, we could do a class trip for or fund something like that? I don't know what's being planned, but just throwing that out there, maybe something along those lines.
We certainly can. I mean, we'd want the administrators or the teachers to bring those to our attention, and we could certainly look at that. So, Mr. Barrow, Mr. Velarde, if there's items that you guys are looking at doing but don't have the funding for, PTA can certainly look at, do we have the funding to help with those types of field trips and or other events?
We appreciate that. We'll connect back with you if there's a particular need that comes up. Does that work well?
Yeah, that works perfect. I know we did
Appreciate
do obviously we didn't do it in the spring. We did it in December. We had the one assembly at Mackenzie as well for the lead you character assembly. So yeah, not that we're saying that's it. We could do more, but yeah, we definitely that was something I think we did last year in the spring, but did in December this year as well. So yeah, definitely looking to do stuff. So thank you. If you have ideas, let us know. If the teachers have ideas, we're happy to entertain them. So anything else? One thing actually I did want to mention, because it'll come up pretty quickly, is May. The first week in May is Teacher Appreciation Week. We did a luncheon as well last year, but Linda, I know you had seen a catalog, I guess, that came to PTA of different teacher appreciation ideas.
Yes.
So
it's really an amazing catalog. They have some really great things from, backpacks and coolers and umbrellas, which I thought was funny, but umbrellas and other like gift packs and stuff like that. I was asking Kevin how much we had spent, overall, like per person last year for like the luncheons and stuff like that. And he said, roughly like $15 a person. And there are several really nice items that could be given as a gift rather than a luncheon, or, used as part of an ongoing week-long gift series. So I don't know if anybody has any opinion about that. I can share some of those ideas with the board. We can vote on them. I don't know what people's thoughts are, if we're okay with just doing luncheon, or do we want to do some, hands-on stuff to actually give them.
I don't want to speak for all staff, but I like the creative idea behind it. And I just think all admin, the whole school district staff really appreciate all that the PTA does, and especially appreciating our teachers and staff during teacher appreciation. They're just really happy about it. So we could, and appreciative. So we could maybe connect and get back to you on that if that works well for you.
Yeah, I think it would just be a general, like, do you want, like, I don't want to give people, we don't want to just inundate them with more stuff that they don't need. But some of these things were nice ideas that, like there were tote bags and like beach blankets and towels, like just something for them personally, but also, just say thank you. And again, we don't want to take away, because I know they also love food. Who doesn't love free food, right? But I just, so if we can get some feedback from the admins, that would be, the principals, that would be awesome. Just to kind of get a general feel about whether or not a gift versus, consumable gift would be appreciated.
And I do want to just say, I forgot that it was in the chat, but back when the administrators were updating us that we were doing lunch tomorrow, Mrs. Gonzalez did comment in the chat that we are so appreciative of the lunch spread PTA always provides the teachers and staff. So we're very happy to do that, Mrs. Gonzalez. So, all right. So we'll take that. You're welcome. And we'll take that on advisement. But yeah, if you and your other teachers and staff have ideas of things you would want PTA to provide you, or what types of things would make you happy, we're happy to see what we can do as well. So we can't change curriculum, we can't change your day to day, but we can at least make it a little lighter as best we can. Anyway, all right. And then that said, let's just move. So we have some upcoming PTA events. Obviously, the Mackenzie St. Patrick's Coin Challenge is going on now until the 13th. We will announce the winner on St. Patrick's Day, the 17th, and that classroom will receive a prize from the PTA. 8th grade has their East Rutherford Police Department basketball game on the 18th. Our Kids Night Out, obviously, on March 20th and 21st. 8th grade committee's comedy show on March 28th, and the East Rutherford versus Carlstadt 8th grade cornhole tournament on April 2nd. All kinds of fun stuff coming up. And it's Read Across America month as well. East Rutherford has several town events coming up. They've actually, I think this is published out on Facebook. Yes, they published out on Facebook a very long list of items coming up over the coming several months. So check out is it East Rutherford Borough? I think it's the Borough of East Rutherford on Facebook. You'll see the list of all the events coming up, but the most upcoming ones are March 13th is when they're having the leprechaun traps out. Put a leprechaun trap out on your yard. The committee will come by and you judge them or no, we don't judge it. To check them out and take pictures. And the leprechaun you might catch a leprechaun, and maybe they'll leave a little prize for the children. And we'll have an Easter egg hunt March 27th at the Mackenzie Field. And the rain date is actually 3/29, not 5/29. That's a typo. A rain date is March. Yeah, I wrote it in the text, but not on the slide. It says May 29th, but the actual date is March 29th. So in this case, it is March, not May. So March 27th for the Easter egg hunt. If it does rain, they'll postpone it to the 29th, and that'll be at Mackenzie Field. The 250th anniversary of America celebration, June 21st. I think the rain date there was the 20th. I think the rain date was the 21st. And obviously we have the World Cup coming to MetLife Stadium in June and July. So be on the lookout for that. Not necessarily town events per se, but that'll, certainly, some other events. Yeah. Yeah, I know the governor canceled the big event at Liberty State Park, and now it's smaller events throughout the towns that they'll fund. So we'll have some events for that. And I think Keith Corby and he has a group on Facebook as well that's kind of
Yeah.
monitoring those types of events as well. Upcoming school dates. Tomorrow is our half day for our teacher professional day. And because it's coming up shortly after our next meeting, April 3rd will be the next school close day. That's for Good Friday. Does not lead into spring break. Spring break will start April 10th with a half day and be the following week, the 13th to the 18th, or whatever those dates are. So just keep an eye out that the spring break does not follow right after Easter. It's the following week based on our school calendar, which can be found on the ERBOE website. Our next PTA meeting will be April 1st, and yes, I'm not fooling. It'll be 7 p.m. here at the Faust School Media Room. So we'll see you then. Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight.